had to go help my mom today. She's having a procedure done. It's like a routine procedure. And she needs somebody to drive her from, like, to and from the doctor's office. And that's pretty much what we're doing. Since we work from home, we don't really have, our schedules are pretty flexible. And because of that, we're, Anyway, all that being said, we are doing that currently. This morning, I managed to squeeze a workout. I got up at 5:30. I didn't really film much because I was honestly focused on other things, but I ended up exercising and then ice bathing after a walk. Since I wasn't supposed to run today, I tried to at least get outside and like have some kind of like exercisers or whatever. It is currently 11 o'clock and yeah. I hope this picks me up. We just dropped my mom off at the doctor's office. Now we have like 2.5 hours before we have to pick her up. We're basically being her taxi because she has to like have anesthesia and all that stuff. Also, if you're ever in Nashville and you want like a good burger, Jack Brown's is really good. They have one in Murfreesboro, which we're currently in Murfreesboro, but they also have a location in Nashville, and it's probably my favorite burger. I also did something that I haven't done in, probably years. I actually got a soda, a Dr. Pepper, and it's hitting just right. Today I'm doing a longer walk. I did a couple of weightlifting things this morning. And right now, with what I'm trying to build more muscle, which is why I've kind of cut back on the running just a little bit, just so that I can help that muscle grow and help that muscle develop, in an effort to be able to benefit me in the long run for running. I used to be against weightlifting a lot, but the more I do it, the more I'm starting to I'm actually enjoying it, because I know that it's for a greater purpose. I know it's going to benefit my semi truck going right by. I'm doing the weightlifting with a goal in mind, and that goal is to be able to run faster without being preventing injury. So all that being said, I am enjoying it, but one unfortunate fact with being in this kind of little training block is there's less running, so I'm substituting that with a faster paced walk, to get that steady state cardio or whatever. But anyway, all being said, also that building that way walked by, that's over my shoulder, they've been working on that construction project since before Savannah and I moved to where we're at now, and it doesn't look like it's going to be done anytime soon. It's going to be 3 years minimum for that project. A nice little contrast. This building, unlike the building that I showed you previously, they've been working on for at least 3.5 years. That building, that construction literally started less than 6 months ago, and I mean they're pretty far along. And that's with having bad tornado weather and everything else. They started it right before tornado season started, and they're literally, it's crazy. One thing about Nashville, there's so many buildings going up in so many different places. It's really interesting seeing the different construction companies and just how fast some of them work and how slow some of them are. The contrast is it's crazy. And I didn't realize that until I paid attention to it, just because it's literally going on all over. If you go to Nashville, you'll see construction everywhere. So with these videos, I want to try something a little bit different, and I would appreciate feedback from you guys. Well, there's a couple of things I want to ask you in this video, but one of them that I'm really thinking about right now is just the format of these vlogs. I have started doing a lot of Ray-Ban Meta POV type of things where there's no music. It's super raw, and I really have been enjoying that, and I've been trying to think
of ways that I could actually incorporate that in like these videos, to make it a little less produced, a little more raw, and a little more it's a lawnmower, and a little like, I feel like it would make it feel like it's a little more honest, instead of having like this really cool B-roll sequence. Obviously I'd have a little bit of that to help push the story along, in places that I feel like it's kind of like dragging, but I want to kind of shift and do more of like a raw kind of vlog thing. And a benefit to that is I could do more frequent videos because the editing is far less intense when you're doing it kind of like this, where you're just almost piecing clips together like a longer, like kind of Instagram story or Snapchat story or whatever, like a stories based thing. Is that something that you would enjoy? Like, do you like this kind of format this video is? Hopefully it comes out good. Obviously it'll get better over time. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, your initial thoughts. Second thing is, I'm notoriously terrible at replying to comments. I don't know why. I read them and then I mentally respond, but I never actually respond. So I'm trying to figure out a way to respond without having to like actually type something out. And I think what I might do is I may just do like little sections in the videos where I'm answering your questions, like your comment I'll post on the screen, and I'll address it via video with the next vlog. Those are the two things I'm really thinking about. And honestly, one of the reasons I wanted to go walk is because I needed to flesh some ideas out. Yeah, let me know. What is this guy doing? He's just going back and forth. I don't care. I mean, well, I do. I'm recording, but what is he doing? All right, I am doing the question and answer here because it's the quietest place that I could find in downtown Nashville. Yeah, so here are some of the comments. Hey, I'm glad you're feeling better. I came down with a cold myself, so I'm gonna week off, recuperate, trying to. The marathon I was originally training for, short answer, no, I'm not. We had some other stuff come up, and on top of that, the plane tickets were just crazy expensive. So all that being said, financial reasons wasn't the reason for it, but there were other reasons that kind of aided in the decision to actually not do it. I want to do it. Just right now, it's just not a good time, and I hope you're feeling better. I'm still getting over something. If you could probably already tell in my with my voice sounding the way it does. I feel like terrible right now, but powering through. I hope you get better. Thank you for the comment. I like the idea of you doing short ASMR, but with a lot of the times with this YouTube channel and everything else, I'm not just making videos for myself. I'm doing things that I think look cool or inspire me or whatever. But the other, it's not just me involved in this, it's also you guys, and that's why I tend to ask more questions, just so that I can get a better gauge on what you're interested in, so that I can filter that through the creative lens that I'm using. Kind of helps get a roadmap of what you're actually interested in and what you actually want to do. Awesome video, and the marathon is a whole different beast. I hope you do good in the marathon, and yeah, it is definitely a whole different beast. I underestimated the amount of time, effort, and energy it would actually take to do something like a marathon, but I'm glad that I started doing it because it literally, if I'm being completely honest, it literally changed my life, and in a bunch of good ways. Yeah, I hope you do well. I'll be rooting for you, and let me know how the marathon goes. All right, that's all the questions. I'm gonna head further into downtown where it's gonna get much louder, hence why I did it here, like I stated before. This is like a little park outside of the jail right over there. Fun fact, I've actually had 2 different altercations with people on this very path right by that jail, which is kind of ironic because it's right by the jail and there's always a ton of cops coming in and out of there. Anyway, onward. All right, I'm turning around now. Yeah, walk's good. A little sweaty, but that's fine. It's good, walk's good. I'm in the middle of nowhere right now, but Nashville downtown is like right back there. I don't know if you can see that over my shoulder, but that's some kind of news video shoot thing going on. That's kind of cool. He was using a shotgun, and the shotgun was facing the leaf blower though, so I'm curious to see how the audio will sound, but that's kind of cool.